everybody, and welcome back to Lockdown Kitchen. Happy Monday. Hope you've all had a great day. It's beginning to feel like Groundhog Day here, I'm afraid. It's getting a bit boring. I'm really missing restaurants. I'd be happy to have takeaway. Just a plate of chips and pepper sauce. I'd be happy. Right, okay, well, I'll get started. We're doing eggplant rolls. So, as you can see, I've already pan-fried the eggplant, which is exactly the same procedure as the eggplant slices I did last week. However, I sliced them a lot thinner. You can see that thickness there. Okay, so they're cooked and done. I've also cooked the pasta. Okay, I've used capellini or angel hair pasta or spaghettini, whatever you want to call it. And that cooks in 3 minutes. So I've literally cooked that for about 2.5 and refreshed it with cold water. Okay, because we want that to stay al dente, because this dish gets cooked again in the oven later. Hi Bev, how are you from Lake Como? My #1 viewer. Thank you. Yeah, so I've got a pan on here. We're doing the eggplant slices. Just going to get the sauce on, then I'll do some talking. Hi, Josh. No, Jordan. How are you? Sorry, I need glasses. I'm getting old. So the pan's on high. I've put some olive oil in, and I've got some chopped onion and garlic. So I'm just putting that in to start cooking. Turning that heat down to 7 so we don't burn the onions. Daisy's starting to sleep. We've been for 2 walks today. We're a little bit naughty, but who cares? So I think we've done at least 10,000 steps. So she's exhausted. Right, okay, so you can see that's cooking away nicely. Okay, and the other ingredients for this sauce is canned tomatoes. I've got like 3/4 of a can left from last night. And I've got some chopped fennel that I've just picked on my walk. Some fennel seeds and some dill seeds. I would normally do fresh dill, but I couldn't be bothered going shopping just for one bunch of dill, so I've just made it up, basically. Hi, Louisa from London. Hi. And of course I've got the leftover tuna from last night's pizzas that I just chopped into little cubes. Sadly last night none of my neighbours would take me up on some free pizza, and I had to eat the whole pizza myself. But I didn't eat the whole thing last night. I ate half for lunch today, so anyway. But that was pretty annoying. I wrote to them and I said, free pizza, bring a plate, and they went, oh, we're in bed. It was 6:30. So anyway, never mind. Now I've been talking too much and the onions are starting to colour, so I better put that tomato in very quickly. Okay, that's in. Can turn the heat back up just to get that boiling. That's ridiculous. Yes, I know. I'd eat it, yeah. I know, it was pretty yummy. So, I didn't manage the crown either. I finished Perdita, which is excellent if anyone out there hasn't seen it. Right, so that's coming to the boil. I'm going to add all the herbs and spices. And the reason I'm not changing my apron as much this time is because I just can't be bothered ironing. I hate ironing. So I figure I'm only wearing it for like 10 minutes, so this one's plastic. My mother bought it for me about 15 years ago from Harrods. Cute. Right, turning that down now to 6. Putting some salt in as well. This is a recipe from a restaurant in Sicily, in Lettogiani, called Danino, where I normally go at least 2 or 3 times a year. I was there in February, but of course I haven't travelled since then. It looks like we're getting better too, by the way. We've peaked. We've reached the top of the curve. We're starting to come down, so that's great. England and Italy are actually beating us at the moment with case numbers. So we're definitely coming down, although hospitalisations haven't come down yet, but they should soon. But the big thing here, of course, is, you know, we haven't sold out of pasta or toilet paper or any of those things like all the other countries. What we've sold out of is ink for printers and paper because of our police paperwork. So I just think that's hilarious. There's no ink anywhere. It's like a rare thing. Luckily my neighbour thought ahead and she bought an extra ink before lockdown. So we're okay. But I have only used, here's the forms here. I've only used 2 of these in over 14 days because I fill them out with pencil and use an eraser to get that off, and I just fill them in again. So I'm saving paper, which is good. Right, so that sauce, you can see it's already ready. Look at that. Mmm, nice and fennelly. Okay, so I'm going to add the tuna. Voila. Whoops. You missed. Oh, sorry. Beverly said it's pretty bad there. Yeah, it is. Well, I've got a story to tell you in a minute. You won't believe this. I couldn't believe it. One of my very good friends, Mary Angela, from Geelong in Australia. I'm just going to sneeze, I think. Hang on. Everybody watch out. Coronavirus. Am I or not? No. Yes. Sorry. Washing my hands. So anyway, Mary Angela flew from Melbourne to Rome on Monday this week. No, last week, sorry, a week ago now. Because her mother's in hospital. And so she's got to come over and care for her and find a retirement home or a care home to put her in. So anyway, she flew with Qatar, which is the only airline in the world that flies to Australia. And of course, you're not allowed out of Australia. International travel is banned. So you have to contact the Department of Foreign Affairs and get a special exemption to get out, which she managed to do because her mother's ill. Anyway, the flight from Melbourne to Doha, 25 people. She had 4 seats to herself, slept for 13 hours. Then she got on the flight, Doha to Rome, completely full. Not 1 seat spare. No social distancing, of course. A lot of people had their masks down or off. There was only 4 of them on the plane. Everyone else was from the Middle East. I mean, you just have to ask why so many people from the Middle East are flying to Rome. That's just odd anyway. Anyway, and then they get to Rome, and guess what? At Leonardo da Vinci Airport, no testing, no temperature control, nothing. The whole plane just walked through the airport. I mean, you know, hello. So anyway, no wonder Italy's bad. They're still refusing to do a proper lockdown. Some regions are red, so there's rules in place about travelling and things like that, and there's paperwork, of course, in those areas. But, you know, I just can't believe that after the first time round, Italy was the worst in the world after Wuhan, the epicentre. You'd think they would have learned, but anyway, never mind. So, right, I'm just going to taste that sauce, see if it needs any more seasoning. I'm going to put a little bit of pepper in and a tiny bit of chilli as well, just to give it a bit of a oomph. Okay, so that will do. Turning that off. Somebody else has joined. Oh, it's Izzy from London. Hi, Izzy. Izzy is Chris French's daughter, who I once did a cooking school with called the Fat Pigs Cooking School. And Izzy's just started her own catering company in London. Good on you, Izzy. Very proud of you. Okay, so I've got a bowl. I'm putting some of this cooked pasta in. Okay, then I'm adding the sauce to this bowl. And I'm just going to reserve a little bit for a garnish for later. Then you just mix it up. Yeah, Beverly said unbelievable about Rome. Yeah, I mean, it's just so funny because when I went to Sicily on February the 14th, they took my temperature at Palermo Airport at midnight. And that was before coronavirus was even a thing. Now they're letting a whole plane load in without any tests. It's just crazy. Okay, so we've mixed all that up. Okay, now we need to use the hands. So all we do is we lay a piece of eggplant on a plate or a board, and we put some pasta in, like that, like a little pillow of pasta, and a bit of tuna as well, and then we flip it over like that, a roll, and then we put it on a baking tray like that. Hope you can all see that. So we just do that with all of these, so I'll try and do these quickly. Anybody got any questions? Please? You can put the tuna at the bottom actually, below the pasta, because we're turning them over, so that makes more sense. Okay, so I'll just do 3, and then I'll do the rest later. Okay, this is definitely a Sicilian recipe, and that it's sort of like on the style of pasta alla norma, which is tomato sauce with eggplants and salted ricotta on top. However, this is a recipe from a seafood restaurant, so they of course have changed it a bit and added fish. So you could add tuna, you could have swordfish, whatever you like. Wish I could eat that with you. So do I, because I'm never going to eat it all myself. I've got no idea what I'm going to do with it. So, I've already made the takeaway for tonight, which is Toulouse sausages and lentils. So anyway, so on the top you've got a few choices. You can just see that now. You've got a few choices. You can either put tomato sauce, plain tomato sauce with ricotta salata, or parmesan, basil. You could also do mollica, which is breadcrumbs, Sicilian breadcrumbs. And I'm just going to put a bit of the tuna sauce on top, like that, just as a little garnish. I normally don't do cheese with fish, with, you know, the Italian pasta rule, but I might just put a bit of parmesan on tonight because I feel like it. And then the only thing you have to do then, like this is a great recipe because you could actually make all this before your dinner guests arrive, and then all you have to do is put it in the oven for 10 to 15 minutes to heat up and go, you know, go a little bit crispy, because that's what happens with the pasta on the edges. It goes crispy and crunchy. So that's it. So you just have that with the cheese and then in the oven. Okay? Easy. Alright, so anyway, thanks for joining. I'll see you on Wednesday. I'm thinking about doing coq au vin because I've got onions, lardons, open red wine, mushrooms, all in the fridge. So that's easy. So I think I'll do that. And then I think I might do a pasta al forno with coq au vin leftovers as well, for Friday or Thursday if I feel like it. So yes, so that could be fun to do a pasta al forno with that, which is really yummy recipe actually. Anyway, thank you all for joining. I think Beverly and Louisa are still the only ones on. But anyway, thanks, and I'll post all this when it's all uploaded and everything. And see you later in the week. Okay, bye.